What's going on YouTube? What's up Laker Nation? This is basically going to be an introduction video to my new Laker channel. I'm going to talk about anything from games to free agency to the draft to Laker players, anything related to the Lakers I want to talk about. Now this video is going to be about my list of 5 remaining free agent players the Lakers should try to acquire right now. Before I get into this video, let me give you guys a question of the day. We acquired Brook Lopez via trade, and that means we have a center that's going to garner anywhere from 30, 31, 32 minutes a night. That means less playing time for Ivica Zubac. Does that mean, do you guys think with less playing time, this is going to stunt Ivica Zubac's growth? If you look at it from the other side, they could also help out Ivica Zubac just because, this is a guy in Brook Lopez who's been in the NBA for several seasons now. A guy that's averaged 20 points a game. This could, Lopez could mentor Zubac and he could, potentially be a better player because of that. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now let me get right into my list. At number 5, I want to talk about Aaron Flalo. This is a guy that's had some success in the NBA. This is a guy that's 6'5", 210. A guy that had a decline in production last year, and I still think he could give you a good, 15, 20, 25 minutes a night. He's a solid shooter. He could shoot 41% from the 3-point line. Capable defender, has good size, and he would be a veteran to that Laker core. And he's 31, 32 years old, so he would come cheap. Moving along, and this is more of a entertaining the idea of him coming to the Lakers, and that's Pau Gasol. Realistically speaking, I don't see it happening, but if it did, again, I don't see it happening, but if it did, that'd be awesome. I think, Pau Gasol would help out this team. When you talk about a team, you talk about having a team that has 2 players that can play power forward, 2 players that can play center, in Lopez and Zubac and Randall and Lance, but you don't have that versatile big that can play the 4 and 5, and that's where Pau Gasol would fit nicely. I think he would be a veteran. He could still produce at a high level. I think he's averaging somewhere around 12 points, 8 rebounds, and he would be a nice addition. Like I said though, I don't see it happening. I see him re-signing with the Spurs again, and just moving along. At number 3, I want to talk about a guy that oftentimes we talk about all these all-stars and we see how flashy they could be when it comes to attacking the basket and shooting the 3-ball, and you see all their handles, but you don't see enough of the players that play amazing defense, and that's where Tony Allen comes in. And this is a Laker team that has struggled as a team defensively. Their defense has been horrendous, and having somebody like Tony Allen would help in that department. And this guy is 35 years old, has been in 6 all defensive teams the last 6-7 years. He would help out tremendously defensively, and he's 35, so it's not like you would be breaking the bank to acquire somebody like Tony Allen. So moving along, and number 2, Ty Lawson. I remember watching the Lakers and Nuggets go back and forth at it in playoff games, and I remember talking about Ty Lawson. I'm like, man, this guy could easily be one of the best point guards in the league. And I remember watching this game back in the day when Laker games used to be televised on KCAL 9. I remember Ty Lawson attacking the basket and dunking on DJ Banga and Josh Powell. And this is a guy that's 5'11", and I'm like, wow, this guy is fast, explosive, athletic, and he's kind of felt like he didn't quite develop into that great player that I thought he would be, but he's still a really nice player to have. I mean, I could see lineups of him and then Lonzo Ball starting at the 2, or even Ty Lawson being that a backup point guard and giving you a nice 20 minutes a night. I mean, this guy's averaging 10 points, 5 assists, and he would be a really nice player. Now, before I get into my number 1, I want to give an honorable mention, or I just want to comment on the whole Rajon Rondo Laker thing. They both had mutual interest in each other, and there's a reason why Rajon Rondo has been on 4 teams the last 3 years. I mean, from what I hear, he's always buddying with head coaches. He's always getting into all these issues, and don't get me wrong, man. At one point, Rajon Rondo was a hot commodity. He was regarded as one of the best point guards in the league, but because of all his drama and his attitude, it's been a detriment to his career. I mean, if this guy gets 35 minutes a night and he's getting consistent playing time and he's staying away from trouble, he could be a easy top 5 point guard. But because he's always getting into issues, he's been benched. His minutes have dropped, and I'm not saying the guy can't ball, but I just think for a team that has a young coach, young players, I just don't think that would be the right fit. If we did sign him, he would be a really cheap option, and I'm not saying he can't ball. He would be a nice player to have, but I just don't think he would be the right fit. Now, at number 1, I want to talk about Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. This is a guy that he's 24 years old. I mean, this is a guy that's averaging 14 points, a good defender, averaging 35% from 35% from the 3 point percentage. And if you would pay this guy like max money or 15 20 million, you wouldn't pay him for what he could do now. You would pay him for what he could do in the future. And this guy, we've seen flashes of him being a good defender, flashes of him being a good offensive player, and I think he would just be a really good add-on to this team. I mean, you look at this team right now, and they're missing a two guard. I mean, if you look at my top 5 list, I talk about Aaron Aflalo, Tony Allen, and Pope. These are all shooting guards, and that's what we need. I think he would be the right fit. I mean, he's only 25 years old, so he would still be in like our core players, and I wouldn't mind breaking the bank for a guy like him. And I see so much potential, so much upside in him. Now let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. Give this video a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, guys, and have a good one.